Just a day after Kyle Schwarber returned to Philadelphia and Edwin Diaz landed with the Dodgers, another massive move shook the baseball world. Reports surfaced that slugging first baseman Pete Alonso is headed to Baltimore on a 5-year deal, worth a staggering $155 million. It's the kind of splash that instantly shifts the tone of an offseason. Not long ago, Alonso's free agency journey looked very different. He spent months waiting for offers, eventually settling for a short-term deal with an opt-out that let him hit the market again. Then he went out and reclaimed his star status, producing one of his best seasons and quieting concerns that had built after a disappointing year before. He proved he was still one of the most dependable power hitters in the game, and this winter teams took notice. Still, questions lingered about how many clubs would commit long-term to a right-handed first baseman, entering his 30s with limited defensive value. The fit had to be perfect. And that's where Baltimore comes in, a team with a rising foundation but a frustrating setback last season. The Orioles had already begun addressing roster weaknesses, adding outfielder Taylor Ward and bringing in Ryan Helsley to anchor the bullpen. Even with a crowded lineup, they saw Alonso as a difference-making hitter worth pursuing aggressively. On the surface, it wasn't obvious. Baltimore already had Ryan Mountcastle and young corner infielder Coby Mayo. They also had catchers who rotate through the designated hitter spot. But the Orioles have been seeking a reliable right-handed power bat, and Alonso delivers that in a way few players can. Despite the imperfect roster fit, his impact is undeniable. Mountcastle and Mayo now become potential trade assets as Baltimore pushes toward contention. Pairing Alonso with Ward gives the Orioles two of the most dangerous right-handed power hitters in baseball. Only a handful of righty sluggers hit more home runs than they did last season. Baltimore's lineup, which struggled to meet expectations last year, suddenly looks far more intimidating. Gunnar Henderson carried much of the offensive load, but now the Orioles add a durable, everyday threat who played every game over the past 2 seasons and consistently delivers elite power. The big question still looming over the Orioles is pitching. This move signals confidence, but their ability to compete for the division depends heavily on how they strengthen the rotation. Whether they spend big on a top free agent or trade prospects for frontline arms remains to be seen. What's clear is that Baltimore is finally acting like a team determined to return to October, and moves like adding Pete Alonso show they're done waiting.